Hi everyone, I'm Josie, and this is going to be reading for March. March is sprung, and March is spirit because everything blooms. And so I'm really excited to see what the energy is going to be like, or what's going to show through the cards, because I know that a lot of creative energy is taking off from the dormancy, and a lot of expressive outlets. Things are finally being shown, right? So let's see what we get. So March is the energy of Pisces. It's a Piscean energy of water. Water is very has a lot of depth. It's very vast. It has a lot of emotion. It's very raw, and it has to do with the fish. And the fish is the Piscean fish, and that reminds me of Jesus, Sananda, and that is the Christed energy of our beings that we are. Rulers Jupiter and Neptune for this month. Okay, so the first card I got was fertility and creativity. So there's this is like the main focus of everything to do with it now. Even our darkness, it's some way and somehow it's being asked to be transmuted into something expressive, like art. Say you hit a really low point, you can do art because it's just a good way of transmuting. That's just an example. And so with this art and this creativity that we have, like sometimes we have it and we don't do anything with it. But this time we're looking at it going, I'm gonna do this because I see this outcome and this outcome and this outcome, which is a lot of self-love and self-care, because you're choosing to listen to the nudge and the impulse to create something or to just do something fun, because we need to remember that it's fun here, because yes, things can get so serious here, but we need to remind ourselves of the fun and the humor and the creativity, and not take things so seriously. And so when we exercise our creative being, because we're creative beings, because we're from God, we're from Source, it's such a natural expression of love within our beings that it's just going to ripple, because as each one of us does this, it's kind of like our soul tribe. We recognize other people because they shine like we do. And so we can collaborate with people by just taking that little leap of faith, even though like it feels like you're so new in it. It feels like, yes, the area that you're delving into, that you're seeing the positive feedbacks and the outcomes that you're finally starting to see. It's like it's a very vulnerable area, but it's telling you to like even go further than that. It's telling you to like get more uncomfortable. Okay, get more uncomfortable and get more uncomfortable with more people, because all of these people, I bet you they were in the same place that you were, uncomfortable, and they probably are just as uncomfortable as you are. But we know that we have to do it because we have to grow. So we're creating something together by just us being in our purpose. Because when we're in our purpose, the universe gives us people, places, and things that correspond to our creativity, our giving. Let me see what the angels say. So our creativity and our self-expression is giving us the self-care that we need. because it's like an aching that your heart is like, please do this, do it for me. Do it. Okay, step into the light. Yeah, you're surrounded by so much light. You even hear it. You either somehow you sense it, whether it's feeling, seeing, knowing. You just know that you're in a new era of light, because yes, it reminds you of your childhood, because that was a true happiness that you felt. But it's the remembrance of that, but everything is new. And so feel that. How does that feel in your body when you realize that you can experience all the joy you felt as a child, but everything is new? And so you feel all this light around you, and right now you just need the courage to step into it, to actually like show the universe, I want this, and that means going up to that person and asking that question, or stepping on that stage, making the actual action behind what you're feeling, because the light's all around you right now. You just need to prove to yourself and the universe how badly do you want it, how badly you want it. And Archangel Jophiel is again reminding us to see the beauty of what is around us, because we need to be more grateful of the light that's surrounding us, because the gratitude will help us to step into the light. And Archangel Raguel, let me see what he is. He has a lot of light. Okay, let me see what he is. And it's the number 7. And 7 is a very wise number, very spiritual number. It is the crown chakra. So it's the opening of all of your connection to source. So you're opening more. It's an awakening within you, because we're going to have multiple awakenings. And okay, so he is the friend of God. Let's see, justice, fairness, and resolution. Raguel has dominion over other angels and archangels, maintaining harmony in the angelic realm. On earth, he helps maintain harmony and fairness in all things. He can be called upon to resolve disputes, ensuring justice for all concerned. If you feel you have been unfairly treated, Raguel can assist you in finding a means to remedy the situation, bringing understanding to all parties involved. Call upon him in all illegal matters too. Raguel can give you clarity of thought and settle your emotions, enable you to take the right course of action in any situation. So he's all about fairness and justice. And it's about harmony as well. Yeah. So this is telling me that we have to be in balance and in alignment with our higher self, because it's constantly there telling us stuff, blah, 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 and sometimes it can come through the heart, like, follow me. And so the gratitude of stepping into the light is it's like a muscle. It'll constantly, we'll feel into our higher self, and this will bring more harmony, because if we keep going back to this gratitude, if we keep going back to getting out of our comfort zone for the highest good, it will sustain this energy more, and then you'll be more available to tap into it, because you'll get so excited of being in discomfort, because if you know that the outcome is light, you're playing with light. It's fun, because if you're playing with light, you already know the outcome is light. So just keep playing. Keep playing. I just saw the unicorn. This is a very, very magical beings that we can embody, call upon, you know, just the consciousness that they carry, the love, the vibration that they carry. So yeah, the unicorns, they have such a magical, creative energy because their vibration is a very high form of love. And so if we tap into them, if we embody them, if we're constantly thinking of them, it'll fill our energy filled with their consciousness, which is a really high form of love and magic. And so we need to remember that we're magical beings, and that we can look to other beings like these to help us remember who we are. And that's the unicorn. I've been seeing a lot of birds lately from my ancestors, like hawks. And these are very, very powerful spirit guides, very, very powerful messages. It's a very strong presence. Let's see what the ancestors want to bring through. So, okay, so a lot of truth and a lot of trust is required for you to step into this creative energy. Because if you don't trust yourself in following through, then you're going to feel a little shaky in the doing action. So the polar bear is reminding us that we need to speak up for ourselves because we respect ourselves. Not speaking for what we feel is, in a way, silencing ourselves, and we don't feel good when we are not in alignment with our feelings. And it feels so good because it doesn't matter what anyone thinks, if it's a good feedback, if it's bad feedback. All it matters is that you spoke your truth and you felt so good. You know, it feels really good that when we're just in our truth, when we're just speaking it for God's sake, for your soul's sake, for your heart's sake, just speaking it because it needs to come out. And so the shark is also saying to trust your instinct in doing that, and to discern the truth of situations. Like I said, again, we can learn from everything in our external, but we also have to check in within us, because that's our true knowledge, that's our true feeling. Is it in resonance within me, you know? And then our spider is a sign of abundance. Yeah, you're getting all these creative sparks in you right now. At this current energy that we're in, we're getting all these creative sparks and feelings. And we need to do something with it. We need to express it through writing or stories. If someone has knowledge, if someone learns and has knowledge and feels it within themselves, they need to share that. That is the purpose. Is if you have knowledge, like imagine God looking at you with all this knowledge and keeping it to yourself. He's kind of like, you know, pushing you to do something with it because he knows that you have it. Mother, Father, God, the Creator knows that you have it, and so it wants to be lectured. It wants to be told and spoken about, and so that you could help enlighten people, so that you can inspire people. That's a good one. That's even better. I feel like inspiring people, we're just like sources of light, and when we see light, we recognize our own light, and so that's really cool. I'm gonna get a tarot reading on like it's time to reap our benefits of all that hard work. Yes, continue it, but also know when to celebrate it. Know when you can actually fully melt into your loving energy that you have sustained for yourself. Let's see. So, the blank canvas is up to you and what you're going to do with it. This is your life. This is what came out the deck. So we're all kind of met with this right now is nobody is like each other. Everyone is so unique in the vast myriad of ways that we are unique in our own divine blueprint. But we are all one. And so we have to constantly remind ourselves this, that we are all one, but each of us, you know, can learn from something that inspires us, but we all do it differently. So we have to remember this so that we can just see how special our energy is. Because once we know that, nobody can stop us. We don't care what people think of us because we just care that our heart is happy. Because we just want our heart to be happy, right? We want others' hearts to be happy when we're following our dreams. When I'm following my dreams, I want you to follow your dreams. That's just how the way it is. The just love is just like, I love myself, I want you to love yourself. And so, with all this love and how special you feel within your being, it's reminding you to do something with it and to know that you can do anything you want. And this is the blank canvas that has appeared before us now. Is that, yeah, I can draw whatever I want in here, but it's not going to be the same thing that you're going to draw. This is like the void. This is like us figuring out what it is that we're going to write, what it is that we're going to tell, what are we going to do? Okay. A man proudly shows off his wands, each of which is the symbol of a goal achieved. He stands at the summit of a hill, accompanied by fat, comfortable cats. So, this is a gain that you have come across. This is an advancement. This is the next level that you're in right now. This is an expectation of light. This is your desires. This is your desires realized. Because remember when you wanted all the things that you currently have now? Remember when you wanted that thing that you currently have now? You see how powerful you are? You see how powerful we are as creators when we connect with that natural part of ourselves, is that we're created beings. So we're now looking at our effort that we put in because the results show itself. I mean, clearly all the cards are surrounded in creative expression and of being surrounded by light because of all the hard work that we've done. Yeah, I got 6 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles. This is recognizing our achievement but sometimes we get too carried away with it, and we become obsessed with it. And so we have to be careful and not become obsessed with it when we're met with all this love and all this, we have to recognize that it is love, because the material wealth is short, but the experiences are forever. So something in us is being pulled that way, because I think the dark has a good way of doing that to us, because they come out with the newest phone or the newest item or the newest car, and me, I'm like, wow, like we should have had flying cars a long time ago, but they're still coming out with the new iPhone. I don't care about the new, anyways. But they can trap us, they can suck us in, because it's like they want to fancy us with all this jewelry, with all this wealth and material possession. And so we have to remind ourselves that if we start slipping into it too much, to return back to a balanced feeling of love within ourselves, so that we know that if that comes in our face, it won't siphon our energy, because it can become an obsession. But I hope I'm explaining this right. You know what I mean? So we're surrounded by all this light. That we either choose to step into, or we stay with it and just look at it and be like, wow, I'm the shit. This is all ego, and nothing is happening, because it's just serving your ego. And so we need to step away from that and come back to the thing that is true within ourselves, so that when they come out with these things that try to reel us in, whether that's material or not, but something that can be an obsession, we know that we're solid within ourselves to say, I'd rather experience my experiences in love than have these material possessions. So yeah, Six of Wands is saying that we're surrounded by all this light, but we're staring at it. So us not stepping into the light is creating this something for the ego that is serving the ego, and maybe not our hearts and our souls. So we need to distinguish when they are reeling us in, and when it's just like true love from yourself and from other people around you. Because they're going to come out with the newest thing always, and they're always going to get our attention, because we're going to be like hoarding it, because it's the newest, best thing. But check again with yourself if it serves you in the highest way. I'm going to finish this off with the angels and see what they have to say about that energy of the Four of Pentacles. Because as you see here, the woman, she's hoarding all this gold. She's hoarding the pentacles, and she's not even giving any to the cat. She's not sharing. She has lost herself. There is no love in her heart. It's just like a feeding kind of feeling. It's filled with a lot of comfort, actually. And so some of us need to step out of our comfort zone, because the Four of Pentacles is filled with comfort, and not in a good way. It's filled with comfort that keeps us safe, that keeps us in the matrix, that keeps us normal, that, it's the opposite of expression. It's remaining complacent and still and silent because you have all the material things, so that you're just there because you've forgotten what it's like to feel the experience of love. And it's okay that we're in that. It's okay that we've gone through that. It's okay if we're currently feeling this. We just need to forgive ourselves first. That's so important. We need to forgive ourselves and really sit with ourselves so that we can move on to filling that hole with love. Filling it with love this time, not with material things or whatever is, an obsession. We need to forgive ourselves because it's a good reminder. Sometimes we forget that we even have to forgive ourselves. We want to go straight from the Four of Pentacles to, where was the other one? To this. We want to go straight from the Four of Pentacles to the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a very high place of looking at all the light around you and all you've achieved, and it's full of greatness. So we can't hop from Four of Pentacles to Six of Wands. It doesn't work like that. If we are in Four of Pentacles, we can't jump from there to there, because this has to come in the middle. This has to be the bridge. The forgiveness with yourself has to be the bridge. It's the only way, because we need to forgive all the things that we've done to ourselves because it was our own choices, Forgiveness. And in forgiving yourself, I'm seeing DNA right there. Wait. Okay. I see a DNA with a light. It's making the little helix. And when we forgive ourselves, it's telling me that we're actually changing our DNA, because forgiveness is full of love and compassion to ourselves. And when we start doing this now, with surrounded by all this light, it's going to really change us for the better. And it's going to actually change our physical bodies on a cellular level. Yeah, everything wants you to go within. This pain and this struggle of finding your joy through things that are temporary are telling you that you need to stop, and you need to look at all the things you've been doing that are not serving you, and apologize to yourself. Really speak to yourself and say, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. This is something you can look up. And everything wants you to look within to in that bridge of healing. Everything wants you to look within, because that is the only information that you need. You don't need books. You don't need people to tell you what's right or what's wrong. All you need is to go within, and it might not come immediately, but if you ask your guides, if you say, I am open to receive love and light for the highest good, I'm open, I'm very open to receive. If you constantly say that to them, they're going to help you, because they want to help you. They just need our saying, because it's our free will that if we ask, they give. They want to give, we just need to ask. We just need to allow, you see. And that is the number 17 on the Seek Within, which is, 1 is full of leadership and intuition, very centered, and 7 is a very wise number. It's your lotus popping out your head, opening you up to God. And when we do all this work to heal that part of ourselves, it's going to set us free. It's going to set us free because like a child before any hurt has happened. You don't know what pain is, right? Or, you know what I mean? We're very free and carefree. And so we're going to taste that again what the child tasted. We're going to taste that again. But it's going to be so much better because we're the ones that did it. Nobody else can do this but you. And so, it's going to make you feel so much lighter, so much freer. So yeah, the overall energy is creativity through pain. Pain and creativity, they can both play with each other because it's healthy. And so when we hit our low points, we can remind ourselves that we can transmute it in a creative, artistic way. Through dancing, through painting, through writing, through journaling, through anything creative. Because that will give us the answers. If we start to taste into that, it'll give us the answers of, oh, there's something wrong in me. I need to forgive myself. 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 And then that will put you in looking within yourself more. So they all go hand in hand. It's fun. And then you start to feel more free. So please be kind to yourself in your healing journey. And I hope this gave you some clarity and some peace of mind in where you are. And I hope March is a great month for you because it's full of flowers.